Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
There's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved.
What a game. What's this? Smack. To the left. That is gone.
For Perez, that's my play. Off the backboard, count it, and a win! And a win! Brian Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts, and why not? And a very pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to our broadcast here on Rio Sports Live. We are set for this game between the Texas Monarchs and the Coastal Bend Tidal Wave. It's game 2 of a doubleheader today, game 3 of a series, as the getaway game is a chance for the Monarchs to capture a victory after 2 games in a row in which the Tidal Wave won it on the final at-bat of the game on hits by Tate Whitley. Our pregame show brought to you by Mott's Building Material, the City of South Padre Island, and Luke Furia Motors. As we had a break in the action between games, the coaches for the Tidal Wave were out there busy being the grounds crew. And so they have this field in good shape, and we are set to go. And again, welcome to this game, which is game 2 of the doubleheader. And we are set to go. First pitch of the game is away for ball 1, and away we go. Briley Sinclair will lead it off, followed by Kaylee Sand and Emily Holt, or Hot, that is. Anybody gets on, Lily Piper will hit for the Monarchs. St. Clair stands in. Next pitch coming. Showed a bunt, took a ball. That's ball 2. Let's round out the lineup. Sarah Fessler hits 5th. Susie Brookshire in the 6th spot. Leo Day is the 7th hitter. Jenna Keene is 8th. And Devin Flaherty is batting in the 9th spot. St. Clair ahead in the count. 2-0. Showed a bunt and took ball 3. Casey Hamilton in the circle for the Tidal Wave. Hamilton pitching here today. Pitch coming in. It's in there for a strike called. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw to first, 1 down. Brings in Kylie Sand. Sand trying to get on board to start things off. First pitch to her is in there for a strike called. Reagan Glanz is catching here in game 2. There are some defensive changes for this Tidal Wave team. Next pitch, swinging a ground ball. That is a fair ball and a base hit down the line into right field. A 1-out single off the bat of Kaylee Sand, and that's the first base runner for the Monarchs here in this ball game. Emily Hott steps in. First pitch to her, misses for ball 1. Hott with a runner at first base. Takes the ball away. Runner breaks late. Throw to second and out there. Reagan Glines behind the plate. Just showed off her arm. Watch this on the replay. Brought to you by Mott's Building Material. This pitch comes in there, and then watch this. Easy pickings, 2 down in the inning. Swing and a miss there. So runner a race trying to steal. Get your defensive alignment for the tidal wave as the game progresses on. There's a pitch that misses for a ball. There are some changes compared to what we've seen on most of the games for the tidal wave thus far on the season. Pitch is in there for a strike call. All right, pitching, Casey Hamilton. Down at and catching is Reagan Glans. First base, Trinity Cannon. Second base, Cassie Valdez. At third base is Julia Jimenez. Shortstop is Rylan Wiggins. Get to the outfield after this pitch. Inside for ball 4, and that's a walk. In the outfield, left to right, it's Tate Whitley in left. In center field is Grace Shellerman. And in right field is Maya Stevenson. That's your defensive set for this tidal wave team. Runner down at first base. And Lily Piper steps in here for the Monarchs. Piper hits this one a ton. Deep left field, and see you later. Gone. Way out of here. And she will touch them all. With the home run. A no-doubter by Lily Piper. Left fielder Tate Whitley could just look up and see that ball sailing out of here. And it's a 2-0 ball game with the Monarchs on top. And that's something we haven't seen thus far in the first 2 games of the series, including game 1 here today. That is the Monarchs jumping out to early leads in the first inning. Ball 1 there. This is Sarah Fessler. Fessler, the DP, hitting in the 5 spot. Brookshire will follow her. Lewa Day, Jenna King, Devin Flaherty. Sarah Fessler saw her hit last game. Takes a strike there. And that Monarch dugout has come to life over there. Here on the road, trying to win the getaway game. Fessler waits. Ball low. Two balls and a strike. Hamilton is ready. Spins the next one home. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one. Had her way out in front. For a second strike on Sarah Fessler. Change up there, misses. Ball 3. A single, runner caught stealing, a walk, and a 2-run home run. On deck, you see, is Susie Brookshire. Next one coming to Fessler. Swinging a ground ball, too short. Throw to first. And the inning comes to an end. But for the Monarchs, they'll score 2 runs. They'll do so on 2 hits. A big home run by Lily Piper. And we have played a half an inning. It's 2-0 Monarchs. Back after this.
This spring, settle in and reconnect with one another. South Padre Island has so many great places to stay. Condos, resorts, and hotels. Oh my! Book your spring getaway today. And start making memories poolside with the people you care about most. Visit SoPadre.com.
We are back here, and we are in Robstown, Texas, and it's a Friday, July 5th. Game 2 of a doubleheader between the Monarchs and the Tidal Wave, women's professional fast-pitch softball here in 2024. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be. We are hitting multiple platforms here this afternoon for our broadcast. Download our app if you haven't done so already. Those of you watching on our webpage, and I know there's several that do. If you're watching on the webpage, reminding you that we have the app available on lots of platforms. Cassie Valdez steps in, leading things off for the Tidal Wave. First pitch is away for ball 1, and she'll get us started. Valdez playing second base. She's leading off, followed by Tate Whitley, Trinity Cannon. Anybody gets on, Maya Stevenson will hit here in the first inning for this Tidal Wave. Jaden Vickers in the circle, and that one's fouled away. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Take a look defensively for the Monarchs. Meanwhile, Valdez in the plate hits this one a ton. Back she goes. If it's fair, it's gone. It's a foul ball. Cassie Valdez gave that one a ride, but a long foul ball. She'll get back in. Takes that one away. Valdez leading it off. Whitley, then Cannon. 2 runs across in the top of the first for the Monarchs. Time is called. Cassie Valdez, in between games, was up autographing some softballs for some of the younger fans out there. Takes a pitch away for a ball. Ball 3. They're playing Valdez to pull. You can see the center fielder over into your screen. She's in left center field. Here's a high pop-up on the infield, called for by Kaylee Sen, and she'll put it away for the out. Valdez retired, 1 down.
With 1 out, nobody on. Now batting your left fielder, number 11, Tatum Whitley.
Brings up Tate Whitley. Tate's had quite the series so far. 2 games, lots of hits. 2 game-winning hits to walk off. Take strike 1. Whitley gets back in. Stevenson on deck. There's a bunt and a foul ball. We've seen Whitley successful at doing that and bunting the ball. And she'll dig back in. Vickers has been staked to a 2-run lead. Brings it to Tate Whitley, swinging a little looper out into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And it's a single for Tate Whitley.
Let's go, Trent!
Whitley aboard with a single.
Now batting, your first baseman, number 6, Trinity Cannon.
And here comes Trinity Cannon. Cannon swings, misses that, strike one. She had a big swing. Runner down at first base, that's Whitley. She could have jogged home if Cannon would have connected on that. Cannon digs back in. Here comes the next one. Ball away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just underway here in game 2 of this best of 3 series, which the Tidal Wave have won the first 2. Cannon takes one low. 2 balls and a strike. Down at first base, that's Whitley. Wind blowing out to left field. Pitch to Whitley. Low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. If you're just joining us, the Monarchs push 2 across in the top of the first. Tidal Wave have a runner on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Trinity Cannon at the plate. Swings and fouls it away. She had another good swing at a pitch.
And that's another G-Tech foul ball.
That's Maya Stevenson right there on deck. Cannon at the plate. Vickers spins it home. Swinging another foul ball out of play. Look out, Jermaine over there on the dugout.
Myers now, foul ball.
He'll get the foul ball. That's our camera operator right there on your screen. He and Bert both had to dodge some foul balls last game.
Wilson, the official wall of the WPF.
Next pitch coming to Trinity Cannon. Slice foul, right side. It's a case of batter protecting the plate. Cannon waiting on the ball, going with it, trying to take it out to right field. She stands back in. Vickers has had to work here on Cannon. Brings it again. Cannon takes it low, ball 4. Great at bat for Cannon. She'll head down to first base with the walk. It's 2 aboard. Another runner down to second base. That's Tate Whitley.
Right fielder, number 23, Maya Stevenson.
And that brings up Maya Stevenson. Stevenson, the cleanup hitter for this Tidal Wave team. Takes the ball low. 1-0. We saw Piper dial one up for a long distance shot. Stevenson at the plate. Here comes the 1-0. That gets away. Runners advance up to second and third. Meanwhile, a 2-0 count on Maya Stevenson. Lots of activity as the infield comes in to talk things over on what to do here with Maya Stevenson. 2-0 game here. We're in Robstown, Texas. They scheduled this doubleheader as a result of the tropic weather that's been predicted to come rolling through this area. They weren't sure if it was going to get here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Still not sure. But they certainly wanted to be ahead of the game and get as much of this in as they could. Certainly they'll get this game in. Stevenson swings there, misses, strike one. Maya Stevenson. Digs back in. Pitch coming. Check swing, held up, took a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maya Stevenson waits for the next one from Jaden Vickers. Foul ball. Tidal Wave trying to respond here in the bottom of the first inning. Maya Stevenson stands in. A hit would drive in most likely 2. High pop foul ball out of play. And those are just not the same kind of swings we saw out of Stevenson in Lubbock. She got the bat on the ball, but just more or less a cheated swing just to protect. Swings through that one and strikes out. Second out of the inning, first strikeout recorded by Vickers. Stevenson down on strikes.
With 2 outs. Brings up the bat now. Runners on second and third. The DP, number 37, Kelly Lynch.
And Kelly Lynch will step in. Takes a strike called. Looking ahead for the Monarchs, they'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters up in the top of the second. Lynch at the plate with a couple on. Hits out on the ground to first. Easy play. And the Tidal Wave will strand 2. They'll do so on no runs. 1 hit, a walk, and do strand 2. We've had the second inning. 2-0 back after this.
1 hit, 2 left on base, no runs coming across. Score remains the same after 1 complete. 2-0 in favor of the Monarchs. Headed now to the top of the second. Brookshire. Day King coming your way for the Monarchs.
This summer, take a break with the family and visit the best beach in Texas. You're not building just a sandcastle. You're building memories. South Padre Island is the perfect place for fun in the sun. Book your summer getaway today. Visit SoPadre.com.
Casey Hamilton back out in the circle as we head into the top half of inning number 2 here in this one. It's a 2-0 game. With the Texas Monarchs on top. This is game 2 of a doubleheader today, game 3 of a best-of-3 series. And here's where the difference maker is in this one. If the Tidal Wave win this, they'll draw with win number 5 on the season to 5-6 overall. And with a loss, the Monarchs would drop to 5-6 as well. Texas Smoke on top in the division. A position game here. Monarchs on top. Susie Brookshire, Laywood Day, and Jenna Keene will all hit here in this inning. Brookshire stands in, catching today. Strike 1. Brookshire played in the first game today. Didn't get on in a couple of trips to the plate. Check swing there. She'll go around. Strike 2. Share the link if you're out there watching it on some of the social media that's out there. We've got it. Hey, we had our first broadcast live last game. We pushed to the X or Twitter platform. Had good response there. Here's a hard hit ball. That's into left field, and it plugs the gap. Rounding first, heading to second. That's a stand-up double for Susie Brookshire. Looking at the Mott's replay, you'll see this. Brookshire gets a pitch up and just drills that in the gap. And it's a double to lead off the second inning for the Monarchs. Again, coach comes out quickly because, again, that pitch was up, up, up. In the wheelhouse of Susie Brookshire, and they've already proven, this Monarch team has, that they've got players that can hit the ball out of the park. Down at second, Susie Brookshire. Laywood Day steps in. She played in game 1 of the series last night, playing here in the second game of the doubleheader. Strike 1. And usually when you see a coach come out that quick to talk to a pitcher after delivering a pitch like that, pitcher bears down. We'll see if Hamilton comes right after Day. That one stays low for a ball. Hamilton, at the very least, will keep the ball down, I would imagine, today. Back there behind the plate is Glans. Day held up, took ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. We're also pushing to a social media platform on YouTube, Rio Sports Live. Here today. Pitch coming today. Swinging a hard hit ball, deep center field, and that's going to be off the wall. Run will come around to score, and Day is going to circle the bases. And now we'll take a look at Grace Shelleman out there in the outfield. Let's take a look on the replay and see if you can see it. Shelleman was just straight into the wall there. All-out effort, and then the runs score. Again, let's go back and look at this, where Shelleman I mean, she was going facing the wall here. The dead run. And just ran out of room. Chelleman gets up. She appears to be okay. Meanwhile, it's a 4-0 game. As Day will get 2 RBIs and an inside the park home run for the Monarchs. And that brings up Jenna Keene. Keene stands in. She's the number 8 hitter in the lineup, and she's hitting here in the 2nd inning with nobody out. Hamilton brings it home. She went around. They call that a strike. 0-1. I got to get a nod from Jammer if we're live on Facebook on this one. We are. Thanks for tuning in there if you chose that platform here this afternoon. Keene grounds that one up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Keene aboard. Still nobody out. And here's Devin Flaherty. Flaherty, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, waits for the first pitch from Casey Hamilton. Grounds that one to short. Out there, over to first, and out there. 6-4-3 double play turned by the tidal wave. And that limits the damage thus far as the top of the order strolls up. Riley St. Clair steps in. 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded back to the pitcher. Last game, she was on 3 times. Takes ball 1 inside. The 2nd inning for the tidal wave. It'll be the 5 hitter leading off. St. Clair waits for the next one from Casey Hamilton. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, if you haven't loaded our app, please load our app on whatever platform is out there, especially on the television side, Roku and Amazon Fire. There's a ball inside. Live channels on all of those different apps. Handheld, we've got you on Apple, on Android, with the Rio Sports Live app. Pitch coming here. That's a strike call. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Briley St. Clair. The on deck circle, that is Kylie Sand. St. Clair at the plate. Takes one that just misses, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes on Briley St. Clair. Nobody on, 2 outs in the 2nd. Her team up 4-0. Next one coming. Took it, strike 3 called. Inning comes to an end. Strikeout in the inning is the first of the game for Casey Hamilton. 2 more runs come across, though, for the Monarchs in the game. They've tallied 2 in each of the first 2, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here.
We'll have Wiggins.
And our score is 4-0.
We live here. We work here. We love it here. Look for your motors in Brownsville, Texas. We're here for you.
Back here, our location is Robstown, Texas, and this is women's professional fast-pitch softball. The Texas Monarchs out of the San Marcos area taking on the Coastal Bend Tidal Wave. Here with a home game for the Tidal Wave. They're on the road next week. They'll be up in the San Marcos area, and they will try to solve the Texas smoke next week. We saw the smoke here last week, and thus far they have rolled through opponents in every game with the exception of one in which they lost to these Monarchs, which are playing here today in Robstown. Kelly Lynch steps in, first hitter for the Tidal Wave here in the 2nd, and showed a bunt, pulled it back, took a ball high. Lynch, Wiggins, Glanz for the Tidal Wave. That's the ball high. 2 balls, no strikes. Glanz back in. Lynch fouls that away.
And that's a Walt PC foul ball.
Lynch at the plate. She's the DP today. Pitch coming. Swinging a little looper out into right field. Slices, and a nice play out there for the out. That's Jenna Keene over there.
With one out, nobody on. Now batting, your catcher, number 28, Reagan Long.
Glanz at the plate. Got my score sheet fixed now. Okay. No, I was right. This is Rylan Wiggins. Wiggins wearing number 28, right? No. Reagan Glanz at the plate. All right, got it. Strike call. Ball away. Swing and a miss. 3 strikes. She's gone. Glanz out. 2 down in the inning. Second strikeout for Vickers. And here's Julia Jimenez.
With 2 outs, nobody out. Now batting, your third baseman, number 22, Julia Jimenez.
Jimenez hitting in the 8th spot in this game. Hits this one a ton. Back into center field, and it's reeled in there for the out. That's a quick inning for the Tidal Wave. The ball was hit hard, but it just sank as it got out in the outfield. 1, 2, 3, go the Tidal Wave. We head to the top of the 3rd. And our score is 4-0 with the Monarchs on top. And this is Real Sports Live.
Mott's Building Materials knows that some paint jobs are more important than others. That's why we pride ourselves on our customer color matching and wide selection of colors and options. Because even though some paint jobs are more important than others, Mott's Building Materials knows that each one is a work of art. Mott's Building Materials.
This spring, it's time to go outside and get some air. Explore a pirate ship. Or go horseback riding on the beach. And you can't forget about all the fun on the bay. South Padre Island has so much to do for the whole family. Book your spring getaway today. Visit SoPadre.com.
Back here in Robstown, Texas, we head to inning number 3 here in this one. And it's a 4-0 game with the Texas Monarchs on top. Take a look there at your line score. 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings. And a pair of zeros on the home side. And that gets you to the 4-0 score as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Kylie Sand will lead it off. Sand followed by Emily Hott and Lily Piper. Sand steps in. She's 1 for 1 on the day here in this game. First one misses for ball 1. 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 home runs for the Monarchs thus far in this game. No runs, 1 hit for the Tidal Wave. Sand waits for the 1-0. Drops in for a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. First game today started at 1 o'clock, so these girls, women, have been out here for the better part of 4 hours in playing. There's a little nubber. That's going to be a fair ball, safe at first base. And it's a single for Sand, her second hit of the game. Didn't get much of it, but enough of it, and it just stayed fair. And here's Emily Hott. Hott on the day is, in this game, walked and scored a run. Ball 1. She walked in that first inning in which Lily Piper turned that into 2 runs with a home run. Strike call there, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A break for the weekend, and then Monday we got a busy, busy week for you coming up on RSL. There's a strike call. Next pitch coming. Swinging a foul ball. Keeps the count at 1-2. Monday, volleyball action comes your way on the RSL network. We'll be on RSL 1 and RSL 2. 2 different channels bringing you volleyball action. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. And you'll get a total of minimum 10 games covered Monday. Tuesday, additional volleyball coverage, and you'll get 16 games. Utilizing channels RSL 1 and 2. So there's 26 games in 2 days. And we'll do it again Wednesday and Thursday. And you'll have, there's the ball gets away. So you'll have a total of 52 volleyball games that we'll broadcast next week. Then we'll follow this team out for the weekend on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. Next one coming here. That's in there for a strike. There's a bunt. Throw to first, out there, runner down to third. Now the ball got away, safe at first base. Runners end up at the corners.
With runners on the corners and 1 out. Now batting the DP, number 10, Sarah Fessler.
So Piper aboard on the air. Fessler steps in. Sarah Fessler grounded out to second base. Her first at bat. She's 0 for 1 in the game. Stands in here from the right side. Takes strike 1. 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings for the Monarchs. They lead this one 4-0. Casey Hamilton has had base runners to contend with in each of the first 3 innings. 2 on here. Ball misses. 1-1. Runner down there at first base. That's Lil Piper. Fessler at the plate. Change up in there, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Down at second base, or check that at third base. Kylie Sand. Fessler trying to drive her home. Fouls it. Count remains at 1-2. I gotta look at my notes because I know we have stuff going on next weekend as well beyond what we're doing here in covering women's professional fast pitch. Swing and a little pop-up on the infield. That bat went as far as the ball did out there on the infield. And 2 down.
2 outs. Runners in the critters. Now batting the catcher.
And here's Susie Brookshire. Brookshire doubled in the second inning. Came around to score on the Lewa Day inside the park home run. That's in the dirt, ball 1. Nice play down there by Reagan Glantz. Two away, Brookshire waits. A little low, ball 2. Hamilton trying to get out of this without giving up any further runs. When the tidal wave hit in their half of the third, they'll have the 9, 1, and 2 spots up. Ball 3 gets away. Runner made a break down there at first. Stayed put. Next pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Brookshire was given the green light there to swing away. Stands in. Here comes the next one. Foul ball. 2 strikes now on Susie Brookshire. On deck is Lewa Day. Brookshire hits that one a mile high. Foul territory, and catch is made to end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the third inning here. And our score is 4-0.
You hear all the time, whenever you hear of San Perlita, it's a basketball team. I'm the boys basketball coach for varsity. I played basketball with a couple of these guys, brothers. Anytime, I had my coaches around, it was like having a mentor in life. That's when I quickly realized, these guys don't just do it for the basketball, it's beyond basketball. It's creating a man out of these young boys at a young age. It goes from meeting your coaches and then them being your mentors, not just in basketball, but in life.
Back here, we're in Robstown, Texas. Thanks for tuning in here on the Rio Sports Live Network. Those of you watching on the app, whether it's Roku, whether Amazon Fire, or Android TV, on your televisions, you're watching RSL 1. If you're not, load the app on your television. Watch it at home. Channel 1. Watching on your handheld device, on your phones, Apple, Android. Channel 1, whether it's on the webpage, riosportslive.com, Channel 1, or some social media push this weekend via broadcast on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Real Sports Live, or the RSL Network. We head to the bottom of the third. Grace Shellerman will lead it off for the Tidal Wave. They've had 1 hit, 2 base runners through the first 2 innings. No runs to show for that. Shellerman leads it off, checks her swing, takes ball 1. Jaden Vickers pitching has limited this Tidal Wave team to the 1 hit, struck out 2 along the way. That's high ball 2. Cassie Valdez on deck for this Tidal Wave team. Shellerman playing center field today in this game. She stands in. Swing and a hard hit ball into left field. It's going to stay in the park, stays fair, and it's caught there for the out. 1 down.
With 1 out, nobody on. Now batting your second baseman, number 7, Cassie Valdez.
Brings up Cassie Valdez. Valdez in her first at bat hit one a ton down the left field line. It went foul and then popped out. 0 for 1 in the game. Bats here for a second time in the 3rd inning. Ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Check swing, foul ball. Valdez trying to get on here for the Tidal Wave. Last game, they got the win. They had to come from behind to do so. Slices this one foul down the right side. Again, our center fielder has now ventured even further over into left field. Let's take a look at the alignment there on this shot right here. See that monstrous gap there in right center field. If Valdez can push one out into that vicinity, she'll run as far as she wants. Here's the pitch. Ball low. 2-2. Center fielder came over just a bit, but still a ton of room out there in right center field. Room down the line as well on that first right field side. You can see it there. Better placement. Valdez hits this one going to right field. Catch is made for the out. 2 down. Brings up Tate Whitley.
Now batting your left fielder, number 11, Tatum Whitley.
That was Jenna Keene out there patrolling the outfield. Whitley stands in. Takes a strike. Whitley singled their first time up. Grounds this one back to the square, and the inning comes to an end. 1-3 on the put out, a 1-2-3 inning once again for Jaden Vickers. She's now retired 7 in a row. Make that 8 in a row as we head to the 4th. Still a 4-0 game. Tidal Wave trail. Monarchs hit after this on the RSL network.
Coming up for the Monarchs, Dave, King, Flaherty.
Graduation time. Time to make some decisions. What's next? Can I afford to continue my education? What are my options? At Brownsville ISD Career and Technical Education, you can graduate from high school with a certificate and or license ready to go to work, debt-free. We have a wide range of programs for every student ranging from audiovisual, law enforcement, STEM robotics, electrical, welding, pharmacy, patient care tech, and many more to choose from. That's why Brownsville ISD is the best choice.
Back here on the RSL network. Hope you're tuned in air conditioning wherever you may be watching this game. It's a hot day out there. Girls are professional women's softball players, and if you haven't made it out to a game yet, I just can't say it enough. Come out, bring the younger players, especially if you have anyone in your family that is a softball player, because you can see and learn a lot from watching these professional players. All successful throughout their careers and now playing at the professional level. And it's all right here in the Coastal Bend, with a home team being the Coastal Bend Tidal Wave. And the opponents that come rolling through here. Texas Smoke last week. The Monarchs here. The Adelitas coming out of Lubbock. They're comprised within the state of Texas, but the players are coming from across the nation. Susie Brookshire stands in, leading off the 4th. It's Leewood Day. Sorry. Day leading off. She hit one to straightaway center field. Her first time up. And rounded the bases on an inside the park home run. Batting here, leading off the 4th. Held off on that one. Casey Hamilton back out into the circle to work this 4th inning. Misses. Also, next weekend we'll be in Dallas covering official tryouts for the International Football Alliance. Team out of San Antonio will have tryouts and some media days for the other teams that are involved in the IFA. And Rio Sports Live is tabbed as the place to watch all of the interactions heading into what will be their inaugural season, and that should be something to behold. Here's a hard hit ball. That's a base hit into right field. Day with her 2nd hit of the game.
The runner at first, no out. Now batting the right fielder, number 64, Jenna Key.
Jenna Keene stands in. She's 1 for 1 in the game. Runner broke, stayed at first. Keene takes ball 1. That's Day down there at first. Keene at the plate. Foul ball. The Monarchs have had runners in each of the first 4 innings. They scored runs in the first 2. That's the 7th hit of the game on that single by Day. Keene checks her swing. Ground ball to second. Throw there. Out at second on the force. They'll get the lead runner for the first out of the inning.
With 1 out, the runner on first. Now batting the shortstop, number 9, Devin Flaherty.
Jenna Keene now on base. And Casey Hamilton will try to get Devin Flaherty. Ball 1. On deck is Briley St. Clair, and this puts it in more perspective. If I didn't tell you the score, you would get it. You would get it. St. Clair with a bat in her hand will bat for a 3rd time in 4 innings for the Monarchs here in this 4th. Runner goes, high pitch, throw down to second, and safe there. Nothing game. Flaherty hit into a double play her first time up. Hitting it hard to short. Ryland Wiggins was able to turn that double play. Ball misses there. Next one coming. Ball 4 and a walk. Flaherty aboard. And that will bring up Briley St. Clair. Tidal Wave decided to talk it over one more time out there in the circle. There's your base runners for the Monarchs. Rest of the infield over there meeting for the Tidal Wave in between first and second base. And Briley St. Clair just kind of taking it all in.
Runner on first and second. 1 out. Now batting the left fielder, number 12, Riley St. Clair.
St. Clair stands in. 0 for 2 in the game. Grounded back to the pitcher, and then she struck out. Bats here in the 4th. Bunts it, and a good one. One play to first, and she is out there. A bang play, but she'll get the runners moved down to second and third.
With 2 outs, runners now on second and third. Now batting the second.
Gives Kylie Sand a chance. Sand has a chance to drive in 2. Ground ball. Gobbled up at short, throw to first, lob it out, and the inning comes to an end. Couple more stranded there by the Monarchs. They waste a hit, fielder's choice and a walk, and we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Score remains the same, 4-0 this time. Headed now to the bottom of the 4th.
And it's a 4-0 lead for the Monarchs.
Coming up to bat for your Tidal Wave.
Tidal Wave will hit right after this.
Thank you.
Mott's Building Materials knows that some paint jobs are more important than others. That's why we pride ourselves on our customer color matching and wide selection of colors and options. Because even though some paint jobs are more important than others, Mott's Building Materials knows that each one is a work of art. Mott's Building Materials.
That little commercial there says it all. Load the app if you haven't done so already. If you're watching on one of our social media platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or if you're watching on our webpage, then load our app. It's easy on Android, on Apple, on Roku, on Amazon Fire, or Android television. Real Sports Live, the app. And then take advantage of free live channels going 24 hours a day, 16 of them and counting. Watch replays of games, watch other content, take a look at players of the game information, and more information being added to the app every day. Android, Apple, Roku, Amazon Fire, Android television. It's the Real Sports Live app. This game heads to the bottom of the fourth inning.